We're here today with a 2023 Dodge Challenger Hellcat Jailbreak Redeye wide body. It is a mouthful and it is a lot of car. So today we're going to be doing an interior and exterior review of it. We're going to take it on a short drive. Let's jump right into it. All right, front end of this vehicle, it's a very aggressive look. It has the satin finish lower front splitter. This is the yellow dealer cover that's supposed to be taking off, but still on the car. So larger openings than the narrow body. So this is for cooling going into the radiator. And yeah, I think the front end of this car looks really good. We have the black SRT logos. That's an option from the factory. Also the 4 distinct daytime running LED halo rings. Those look pretty good. When the car's running, this inner one right here is orange, and then this is just the traditional white DRL. But yeah, it looks really good. Also interesting, there's actually a hole through these headlights, which is pretty cool, very unique with these cars. But also the 2 scoops on the top, that's something unique with this car, and I think it looks really good. The 6-piston Brembo brake calipers, they're painted in red. It looks extremely good, and the braking power on this car is phenomenal. But it's a 4,400-pound car, so it definitely needs those larger front brakes. The satin black wheel design, it's really nice. Pairs well with this sublime green exterior paint color. And these are paired with a 305 tire in the front and back, which is extremely wide, but definitely need it for that increased traction. And also the wheels are 20 by 11. Another unique thing with the Redeye is actually in the Hellcat logo on the side, you can see it has the red gem in the eye, which is pretty cool. Side profile of this vehicle, it's a very traditional looking muscle car look. You have the wide body fenders on the front and the rear. This adds about 3 inches of width on each side, so it definitely gives this car a more aggressive stance. I do think that that is a very important thing to have with this car. Also, since it has so much horsepower, 807 horsepower along with about 700 pound-feet of torque. The wide body definitely helps with the additional traction. But yeah, it's a very good looking car, very simple design. You can see the body lines kind of come right in here through the top of the door and come right back here to the rear end of the vehicle. But yeah, definitely good looking, especially the contrast with the red brakes, black wheels, and the sublime green. All right, coming over to the rear of the car, it does have an optional more aggressive rear spoiler, also in the satin black finish. I think it looks really good with the contrast to the paint. LED taillights, those are the same that they've been for the last several years with a chrome Dodge badge. I think that might look better in black, but that's what it has on this vehicle. Coming down here, the diffuser area, if we're going to call it a diffuser, has the optional rear backup sensors integrated into there, and it's in the satin black finish. And then this car actually has, it's more of like a blackish exhaust tip, and the exhaust on this vehicle sounds super good. We'll give you an exhaust clip right now. All right, guys, coming over to the door, one of the things with this vehicle, it has extremely heavy doors. So opening them, they definitely have that weight to them, but also closing them, you got to give it a really solid slam or the things will not close. Coming to the interior of the door, it does have a nice leather finish to the top portion and the sides, and a nice padded area for your elbow to rest. Nothing fancy in here, though. It's a very basic vehicle, chrome door handle. It does have the optional Harman Kardon sound system with the 2 subwoofers in the trunk, which is a phenomenal sound system. But yeah, nothing really special on here other than the white stitching on the door. Looks pretty good. All right, coming to the inside of the Redeye. It's definitely a nice interior. It's a good place to be, very comfortable. We have the leather wrapped steering wheel with the light up SRT badge at night. That looks really good. The top of the dash is a nice material. I wouldn't necessarily say it's leather, but it's a nice soft touch. It does have the white stitching, which is a good contrast. This bezel here around the gauge cluster. I don't know how to describe it. It's like a mimic alloy, some sort of matte finish. It looks good, fits it well. I think a dry carbon fiber interior would probably look better, but no, it's really nice. Coming over, we have the 8.4-inch touchscreen system that works really well, and it has Apple CarPlay and everything of that sort. We also do have the analog speedometer and tachometer, and they're red, which is pretty cool. Represents the car well. We do have the red seat belts. They're like a dark maroon red that matches the brake calipers. And then also the SRT badge. Some of them are embroidered in, but this is almost, it's like branded into the seat. It looks really good. The leather seats are super comfortable. I mean, if you wanted to do a long road trip in this vehicle, I think you'd be more than comfortable, but not necessarily in the back. We'll go ahead and try that out right now and see how that works. I'm 6'1", so taking into consideration that, let's go ahead and hop in the back. Not necessarily too much room. Putting the seat back, I think, if I was back here for a short drive, I'd be okay. Anything longer than maybe a 20-30 minute drive, it'd be really cramped back here. But the seats are nice. Still that nice leather back here. We have the red seat belts back here as well, which is cool. Everything back here is nice, good material, and again, definitely not a good place to be for too long, but it would do the job if you need to take 4 people. Now here we have the engine bay of the Redeye. As you can see here on the top of the engine, the supercharger has a black badge with the red eye in the center of the Hellcat logo. It's just a massive engine, 6.2 liters, producing 807 horsepower, about 700 pound-feet of torque. We can see the last call badge here still with the blue wrap over it.